Mike Kalinowski and Ben Bateman are set to face off against one another for an opportunity to play Jeff Snyder in a #1 contender match to find out who will face primetime Paul Oyama at the Schmoedown Live New York event. So who's going to come out on top, and what kind of insanity will take place in this matchup between Corruption and the Five Horsemen? Well, let's find out now on JTH Reacts to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. And welcome back. Okay, so before we get into this match, let's talk about a match that happened last night, the Schmoedown Throwdown live show. Now, obviously, I can't get into actual details of the match per the results and all that. Obviously, we'll have to wait for a little while. I'm still not entirely sure when the match is going to drop, but it's going to be either sometime next week or the week after the Schmoedown live event. Now, I will say this in terms without spoiling anything. The match is amazing. It is a must-see match. Anybody and everybody should see this match. It was a joy to react to this match while commenting in the chat amongst all the fans. There were hundreds of people in the chat that night, and we all were just on the edge of our seats, I'm sure, for the people that were in seats as they were watching the match. But the match itself is unbelievable, and everybody should check it out when it is made public for everyone to see. Now, I will say this also, without spoiling anything. The promo video work for that match is unbelievable. And I got to give a big tip of the hat, proverbial hat, to Eric, aka Nerd Chronic. That was some of the best promo video work I have seen ever. And that's coming from a person like myself that has seen 20 plus years of wrestling. So I've seen a huge number of shares of wrestling promos and promo videos. That was one of the best promo video work I have ever seen, and everybody at Nerd Chronic should be thrilled and proud of what they put together for that show. And it's elevated everything that Schmoedown has done this last year. They have really made the promo work of this show and this game unbelievable this year, and it's added everything to Schmoedown. And when people that have not seen the match yet, when you see the promo video stuff of this match, you're going to understand what I'm talking about when I say it's just amazing. Absolutely amazing. So I can't wait for the match to actually be public so I can actually talk about it, so I can show you my reaction and all that. I will also, actually, I won't bring that up. I'll wait for that when the thing is actually public. So hate to do that to you, but I don't want to say too much about the match. So let's now get into this match. Another match that I'm sure is going to be very, very, very good. Kalinowski versus Bateman. Now, originally, it was shown on the promo tickers that this was supposed to be a doubleheader. By the looks of things, that's not what this is. It just says Kalinowski versus Bateman. So I guess they changed it. Who knows? For whatever reason, the schedule on the Patreon, or not the Patreon, the trivia website hasn't been updated in a while. So I'm not entirely sure what happened, but yeah, it's been a while since they updated. They hadn't even put the Schmoedown Throwdown live thing on the schedule. So that was a bit unfortunate. So just a little heads up for anybody that sees this stuff, just to let you know that you might want to update the schedule a little bit. But here we are, Bateman versus Kalinowski. It's Five Horsemen Corruption yet again. There's no love lost between these two teams, and Kalinowski versus Bateman is an interesting pairing here. I guess the big question is going to be is how long is this match going to be? Because the way that these two guys play, we're probably going to spend 20 minutes of dead air time just waiting for them to put answers out. Because both of them like to play the stalling game and just stall and stall and stall and take forever to get answers out. So I'm going to be curious to see how they're both going to play. I'm going to be curious to see how they play off each other, because players that have played like this, where they really play that slow, methodical type of game, it tends to sometimes annoy players. But being that it's Mike and Ben, and they both like to do the exact same thing, I wonder how it's going to play off with each other. So, yeah. So the winner of this match is going to play Jeff Snyder. I'm really looking forward to seeing who's coming out on top on this. That's what I'm trying to say. JTH can't talk. So, yeah. Without further ado. Yeah, I think I need my Pepsi. Been a while since I had Pepsis on Schmoedown. This looks so foreign now. So without further ado, let's get into this match in 3, 2, and 1.
Miss Stryer.
Hey, Captain.
Lovely to see you. Lovely as always.
Good to see you too. You've been doing
an
amazing
I guess I'll say this because I guess this wouldn't really be a spoiler.
Absolutely.
They showed this promo in the Throwdown Live thing, so I'm kind of curious. Just it must be alluding to today's thing, otherwise they wouldn't be showing it again.
Online, I've been noticing that you haven't really made any
done much
big moves.
Yeah.
You haven't really done anything huge, like dropped any bombs, and I'm a little surprised because it doesn't seem much like you.
Takes time.
Big things take time.
Yep.
They take planning. They take thought. I have something to show
Very
you.
methodical promo from Mr. Burnett.
This is something that I like to call
The nuke.
The nuke.
I remember him talking about that last night.
Why don't you take a look at it? I'd be very curious to hear what you think.
Okay. Oh my god. It could be amazing, but also I
sense
know.
that's going to be another
There's no
caption
way
this
that Christian ever
on
goes for
the
this.
Facebook page.
Oh,
Roxy.
yes, you will.
You
Yeah.
think?
I expect to see
Yes.
that in a couple days.
I mean,
So
anyone
get on that
who
caption list,
cannot
people.
recognize
You know who you are.
Jesus is by definition a moron. And I don't think that Christian is a moron. After all,
Me is
right
moron
I'm the commissioner, aren't I?
or moron.
That's true. I don't think Christian's
Prove
a
even
moron
more
either.
moron
Good
me
luck with
moron
this.
is.
Oh, I don't think I'm going to need luck at all. I think Christian's going to go for this.
Okay.
Enjoy your mashed potatoes. Can't play the air guitar all that much. Still got the Pepsi in hand. Ah, shot me. You shot me, Ben. Hello, Mark. Hello, Christian. The gang's on here. You are looking live from Collider Studios in Burbank, Cal. In Burbank, Cal. Cal Ripken. And the O steak. Ah, you should have known I was going to get the O stink in there. 40 and 86, I believe they are now. And gave up a Major League Baseball record, 259th home run last night. Broke the previous record. And they still got frickin' 34 games to play. It's going to be a long end of the year.
Going after each other, and they both are having pretty good seasons.
but you got to give the edge to the season of the year so far to Mike Kalinowski.
I mean,
right?
there's a reason why the nickname Mikey Three Belts is starting to pop up here. He's shown his dominance in a number, not just different categories,
that made me
in
sad.
different leagues.
That made me sad too. That made me sad.
Bateman is no slouch. He is worthy of
that was okay. I wasn't sad about that. Shouldn't be sad about Amanda walking out. That was kind of funny.
Not that big of an upset. I think this one goes down to the wire.
It could go down to the wire for sure. They have the same exact record. Both have done well in singles, but have never won the gold. Mike Kalinowski has been in 2 #1 contender shots in singles, but he's never won the gold in singles. Never had a shot to win the gold, and neither has Ben Bateman.
One of those matches was not pretty. I actually outscored him.
Schmoedown community.
Oh, we got to take her.
As the best player to never win a
that
championship. That
is
was
blasphemy.
held by Mark Andreyko, but
no, it's not blasphemy actually.
Bateman is the one
that season 5 premiere. I actually scored more points than Mike Kalinowski.
Wants that to continue.
Shockingly enough.
Right. The winner will be one step closer to New York and will face Jeff Snyder. The
New York, New York. Or as Hank Hill once said, New York, New York. Blah! Who's that guy?
You've seen the consequences of when you do that to me, what happens. And you kept on doing it. It's over now.
And I thought my jokes were bad. Granted, some of them are pretty good.
Kalinowski finds himself face to face with the Horseman as he goes up against your stablemate here, Ben the Boss Bateman.
Oh, this is exciting, bud. I'm here to take on one of my heroes in the Schmoedown. Oh, it's been so much fun to root for you these last few months, pal. I'm not here to be a villain. I'm just here to right some wrongs. You know, you say you're a new player, you're a changed man. You can change a lot of things, Mike. You can study Star Wars and you can get real excited about Star Trek. You know what you can't change? Being a little ninny bitch.
So Bateman, I wake up the other day, I'm checking my, my emails stuff, and I see a little notification from Bateman on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. He's like, hey, Mikey, did you see my percentages? 91%. I looked at my last match that wasn't Inner Geekdom and had a perfect game. Look where I am in perfect game against 2 Titans in this. You talk about the Mount Rushmore where those guys are, yeah, they're great guys, but it's time to take a demo charge of that Mount Rushmore and blow it down.
The Horsemen are all about heart, Mike. Sometimes we lose matches. I am not going to let us take one more step back because this is the second step forward after beating that idiot Andrew guy to my redemption.
I'm not some little wimp-like guy. Will you try that shit with me? I'm knock on your ass. Another Horseman.
Hit with a pillow.
Greatness, and we're going to put you out to pasture, just like you did those 2 other guys.
I think, Mike, you should actually be thanking this guy for slapping some sense into you. With all those L's on that record after this guy, I know in the back of your mind, he has your number.
Ben, you are a good player, but my friend, you've been in the leagues almost as long as I have, and you've been the same. Champs lunch, where's the belts? You're a catchphrase. So we'll always have that.
Well, Ben doesn't do champs lunch. That's Guy.
Other than that, what are you really in this league? Nothing.
Yeah. In non-factual, Ben Bateman does not do champs lunch. Has never uttered those words. Now I have, but no one has ever confused me to be Ben Bateman.
It starts to heat up. It's
At least I hope not.
There's a lot of yelling.
The Horsemen, yes, it's true. Horsemen and corruption do not like one another. Willie seems to have the Horseman's number. We are going to find out if that can continue today because Kalinowski and Bateman are 2 of the higher profile people in both factions. What's going to happen?
I will remind you, the Horsemen have one big play in their back pocket, but we don't know when that's going to happen. And so you're right. As of the moment, you got to give the edge to corruption here at Mike Kalinowski. He embodies corruption. Even though it's not spelled correctly, it certainly could corrupt Ben Bateman.
We're still waiting for that title shot. We're still waiting for Bibiani's #1 contender match.
We start with Ben the Boss Bateman. Strengths are
when is that all going to come out? We're getting into tournament time and still haven't seen any of this stuff.
And he plays a lot of heart power ballads on the guitar. That's a true fact.
That is true. Mike Kalinowski, James Bond, comic book movies, and pissing off Ben Bateman every time he tunes into Twitter.
And Mike Kalinowski can play a mean
You can
fiddle.
tune into Twitter?
Yeah, that's true. He does.
I don't
know that?
Twitter,
I think I made
twatter,
Tweeter.
tweeter.
Twiddle.
That's a Magic the Gathering card.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you.
I got to stop shooting scenes. All right, so, ladies and gentlemen,
Magic the
we're ready to
Gathering.
go. You ready to go?
Thorn
I think I'm
Elemental.
ready.
I don't know. If
7/7
Ladies and gentlemen,
unblockable.
it's time for the
Movie Trivia Schmoedown. Yay!
You got the intros?
I got it.
You ready?
And of course,
Get that
the
golden
famed
glove prepped.
Grizzly Bear.
Introducing first. Representing
Oh, the disco music
the
returns.
Five Horsemen, led to the ring by Mark, Yodi Riley, and Dangerous Dan Murray.
Oh, Dan. Hello, Dan. Well, you haven't come out yet. I'm too busy doing the wave.
And 2 knockouts. He is Ben, the Boss Bateman.
Now I'm going to do the Alex Wright.
Look at all the talent.
There's
Yeah.
Haven't seen Bateman since
That's called the dance killer, folks.
his arch-rival.
When you do that,
Looking right into the camera.
crowd dies.
This is a little underdressed as far as Ben Bateman goes. Just a solid white t-shirt.
don't
I
worry,
believe
folks.
it's a Hanes.
No flossing
Maybe
on
given to him by
JTH
Michael
Reacts.
Jeffrey Jordan.
Unless, of course, Chandru's playing, and then I can't get it off the screen.
Legendary, and the rivalry between Horseman and Corruption.
I mean, just look at how many wins are on the stage right now.
Crazy.
Hey, look how many wins are
his
here.
opponent,
None.
led to the ring by
0.
his managers, Ken Knapsack, Grace Hancock, and his teammate,
Down,
Stacey
down, down,
Howard.
down, 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 down,
Representing
down, down,
Corruption.
down.
With a record
Did I do it
of
about
5
right?
wins, 4 defeats, and 4
Oh,
knockouts.
come on, come on. Down,
He
down,
is
down, down.
The
There we go.
Inner Geekdom
Down, down, down,
champion of the
down,
world,
down, 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 down.
the Killer Kalinowski. There they are. Corruption, like corruption.
Oh, blowing me kisses. Moo, 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 moo.
Managers of the decade.
I believe he spelled managers wrong. I believe that's
Mangers. It says Mangers of the decade.
Mangers of the
Away in a manger of the decade.
He is the Inner Geekdom champion.
He holds that belt well upon his shoulder.
Look at Kalinowski showing off that gold to Ben. Look at him. Look at him. He knows. Look at that.
Right.
He knows that the gold was the thing that Bateman has always wanted.
Ben
and there it
Bateman
is.
maybe can't even afford a dress shirt at this point.
No!
Look at
And
he's
we're
going for the handshake.
Hey,
Wow.
look at that.
Mike actually shook his hand.
Sportsmanship.
Wow, look at this. And that even threw Bateman
What
off.
is
I like
this?
Seeing the boys be friends.
Threw me off.
Why
Okay,
can't
so
we
the
be
competitors have sat
friends?
down here.
Why
And
can't we be
I was
friends?
calling Mike Ellis. Not Mike Ellis. Mark Ellis is going to read the rules.
Our
Mm.
chemistry's never been better, George.
2%.
It's something
In
special
round
today.
number
Okay, I will give that away. You're going to hear that a lot in the Schmoedown Throwdown match. You're going to be hearing 2% a lot. You'll find out what that's all about whenever the match becomes public.
At an answer on the whiteboard. We have about 15 seconds to do just that, and then when we ask you by
2%.
name,
Always
answer,
pick
show what you wrote
2%.
down. At the same time, you verbalize it into the microphone. Penmanship is always appreciated. Each competitor
not
has 3
mandatory.
usages of the
Unless, of course,
JTH
it's,
rule throughout the duration of the
Dagneo.
3-round match. Not sure you heard a question right. You want it repeated. You want to buy yourself another 15 seconds. Use a JTE rule. You also each have 1 challenge to be used at any point throughout the duration of the match. It appears I have put Mike Kalinowski to sleep with my reading of the rules.
All right, so
Oh, I thought he
Well,
was
he's
nodding
played
off.
so many times. He's
He's
just
focused.
he's
with that
heard
being
them
said, we
so
will ask Mike Kalinowski
much.
first. Are you ready?
Gentlemen, I'm ready.
Ben Bateman, are you ready?
Absolutely.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown!
Yay!
All
Ben
right.
Bateman, one of the first to really wear his sunglasses and own it here
One
in
of
the
the
league.
few, yeah. All right, here we go, guys. Question number 1 in the realm of action-adventure. Action-adventure. What is the subtitle of the last Mad Max film that was released in 2015?
All right, if I ask you for the Christian Harloff story, what would be your subtitle? Like Christian Harloff
Needs more coffee.
it's,
Not bad.
you can play
Mine would be
a
need
lot.
more Pepsi.
Yeah, 4.
Get me more Pepsi.
Did you just go on vacation?
Nice to start with a softball that even JTH knows. Fury
And
Road.
We start with Mike Kalinowski.
Fury Road.
That is correct, Ben Bateman.
Fury Road.
Correct. Okay,
That
so
is
1-1.
right. The pavement was
That must have been a
angry that day.
0.1
Your
point
next
question.
is from
If,
the wild, wacky world of the
if
1980s.
JTH
These
knows
are
it,
80s movies.
must be too
And
easy.
your query, who played Russell Rusty Griswold in National Lampoon's Vacation? You were a big fan of that remake. Tell me why.
You
loved it.
Couldn't stand it.
Howling his head off.
Didn't like it.
At the press screening.
Hemsworth was fine. That's about it, though.
He was
5,
very humorous.
4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
I can do that. In the world of the 1980s, who played Russell Rusty Griswold in National Lampoon's Vacation?
Do love the first Vacation.
And
Yo,
all-time,
listen, zippy dude, out of your asshole. Holy.
I become more and more like Cousin Eddie every day of my life.
Since the day I met you. 5, 4.
Oh, God. Oh no.
3,
Where can I get some damn bait?
2, 1.
Ick.
And
I don't think it's Chevy Chase now.
No. And
Oh,
Mike.
shit.
Ooh, close.
Oh, so
close.
Anthony. It's Anthony Michael Hall.
Close.
Ian.
Right, so we stay.
The guy loves Bond so much, he thought Ian Fleming and Anthony Michael Hall had a child.
All right, here's the next one.
As soon as
drama.
Christian started doing the
John
quote
G.
from
Avildsen
Chevy Chase's
directed
character, I
Rocky.
didn't think
Which
it
other
could have been
film
him.
in the Rocky franchise.
Ooh. I like
Oh.
how you asked that.
Well, I like these movies.
you only
Well,
you only put
you
some
might
on
not
the
like
movie.
this one though.
That's true.
It's very noticeable.
Right. 5, 4, 3,
It's amazing how far it fell.
1.
Rocky
Mike
5.
Kalinowski.
Rocky 3?
That's incorrect, Ben.
Rocky 2.
Incorrect. Looking for Rocky 5.
Rocky 5, the favorite in the franchise.
Rocky 5.
All right. We move
Category
on to
comedies.
classics. And your question is, what classic 1952 Western stars Gary Cooper and Grace Kelly?
Right now, John Roca is shaking in his boots.
I was going to say, this film also features a cameo by John the Outlaw
Yeah.
Roca.
Well, yeah, it was his 40th.
1952.
Shot that on his 40th birthday. 5,
Oh, get with
I don't think
me.
the guy's 100 years
3.
old.
2, 1.
I don't
Touchdown, please.
Are you
Start with
shocked?
Ben
High noon.
Bateman. Yes, it is.
There you go.
Mike.
Shane.
Shane, so Ben Bateman takes the lead there. 2-1.
It is high noon. 2-1, Bateman.
All right, fantasy sci-fi.
Hey, but I'm currently tied for the
In
lead.
what science fiction sequel does Jared Leto play a character named Neander Wallace?
Honest question. If you were born with a first name Neander, do you change it? Do you keep it? What's your nickname?
If I was Jared Leto, I'd keep whatever name I'm given.
I bet they call him Ninny.
Oh. 5,
Ninny Wallace.
4, 3, 2.
Blade
1.
Runner
Start with
2049.
Kalinowski.
Blade Runner 2046?
Ooh, that's incorrect. And
He's
Bateman.
off by a couple numbers. Blade Runner 2049.
Yes,
Oh.
that is it.
3
Oh.
years. And
Yeah.
Ian versus Anthony and Mike Kalinowski. That's the difference between him and Ben Bateman right now. It is that close, Christian,
That close. All right, next
Did you
question.
think it was going to be like Star Trek
move
and Harry Potter
on.
questions, Mike?
to the world of comedies.
Ah,
What 2007 action comedy takes place mainly in the English country town of Sanford?
Sanford and Son.
Now taking
Doom,
the
doom,
lead,
doom,
a
doom,
little bit of
boom.
the old Kalinowski magic.
Yeah, he's throwing some
Doom,
no question about it.
Kalinowski's the one who's throwing the jabs with today's Bateman. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I got nothing.
Start with Ben Bateman.
Say Hot Fuzz.
That is correct. Mike.
Oh.
Hot Fuzz is correct. 4-2. 4-2. Bateman has a 2-point lead here over the Inner Geekdom champion. And here's the next question. Horror/thriller.
Oh, lovely.
In Halloween, Jamie Lee Curtis's character's name is Lori. What is her last name?
Best Halloween candy you can get. What's the one you go trick?
Candy corn.
It's Halloween or not Halloween. It's always Snickers for me.
Yeah, Snickers is the goat.
Yeah.
Fun size.
5, 4,
All day long.
3, 2.
Jones.
1. Pens down. Mike.
Strode.
Strode is correct. Ben.
Strode.
Yes.
Ah.
5-3. Ben milking that. Milking
Ah.
that. He didn't know it, and of course he did, because that's what Ben does. Okay.
All right.
That's what they all
Your
do.
Last question.
If you don't
Round
act
number
like
one
that
comes from the
now,
world of animated movies.
then
Movies
you're
drawn by
weird.
hand or on a computer. Your question.
Thanks, Mark.
In what classic Disney animated film will you find a couple of crooked individuals by the names of Horace and Jasper?
Oh, Jasper.
What's funny
Yeah.
is if I
Okay.
was competing these days, I would
These are
be
the ones you
a
get.
beast in animated
Yeah.
because of my daughter.
Yeah.
This stuff I just don't know, and this stuff I know.
And I do not have children currently that I'm aware of.
5, 4, 3.
I actually don't
2.
care for this all that much, but it's
Just like
101
Pens
Dalmatians.
down,
over the
please,
crowd.
and we start with Ben Bateman.
Oliver and Company.
No, and
Ooh.
Mike.
Great mouse detective?
Nope. Looking for
101 Dalmatians, you idiots! Horace and
Nah,
James,
you
come on.
All right, so
fool.
round number 1 is done in the books. Bateman 5-3, and Mark, we have ourselves a brand new wheel.
Hey, look at the
A
wheel!
brand new wheel.
What the?
Look at that beautiful
A
piece
brand
of hardware.
new wheel.
It's a
First
new
round.
wheel. Special
Yeah.
shout out to our Schmoedown head writer Chris.
Okay,
for helping us
another
set that
spoiler.
up. It's welded.
That was not in the
just
Schmoedown
three
Throwdown
foot
match.
pegs, if you
Whoa.
would. And
So,
actually, this is a very special day
a live
for,
show, they
our
drug
patron,
out the
John
old
Layton,
wheel
because he
back.
sponsored the entire wheel. How about a hand for John Layton, everybody? Sponsored that whole darn wheel. If you would like
I seem to
sponsor
be
the wheel or
talking a
wheel
lot
slice,
about
visit
stuff
the
that
movie
happened in that
Schmoedown
throwdown
page right
match.
now, select which tier is right for you. The sponsored wheel slices for today's match.
But still
are
not
Mark
spoiling anything.
Scorsese and Natalie Portman. Thank you once again to Mr. John.
Natalie,
Here is
Natalie,
how the two work.
Natalie.
Each one of y'all gets to spin at that thar wheel. You're going to see the competitor's favorite spinner's choice and the fan favorite opponent's choice, as well as 10 categories from 10 different corners of movie trivia Schmoedown.
Did I go 4 out of 8 in that first one? I think I did.
Features 4 questions. Each question's worth 2 points. If you're not sure of an answer, you can ask us for multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options, one of which we promise is the right one. At that point, the value of the question goes down to 1. Keep in mind, gentlemen, stealing is available in round number 2.
Yeah, I think I got
Ben
4.
Bateman finds himself with a 5-3 lead. So, Ben, would you like to spin first or defer to your leather-jacketed opponent?
I want this guy to get James Bond, get 8 points, and still lose the match. So go right ahead, Mike.
Wow.
Go right ahead.
So what what's crazy about this is now Mike Kalinowski.
Give it your best shot, bud.
Mike Kalinowski was the first person to ever spin the last wheel that we had, and now he'll be the first person to spin.
Really?
Yes, he was.
Fun fact. He is
There he
a
goes.
footnote in movie trivia Schmoedown history for sure.
That wheel sounds like a garbage truck coming down my neighborhood at 3 in the morning.
Round and round it goes. It's not going to be James Bond. It could be
90s.
90s.
Unless he goes for something else.
Would you
What's
like to
he gonna go
use your mulligan?
Not the
which is golf or no
1890s.
again?
This is again.
He's going to go again. I
He's
think he
aiming
sees
for
a
it.
lot of things that he likes on that wheel.
Well, Ben,
More so than 90s.
Ben's right though. You look at Kalinowski's got to try to hit Bond here to give himself a nice lead.
This could be opponent's choice.
oh.
It almost.
Thriller.
Ooh,
Thriller.
Jimmy Bond.
All right, so
Got close.
Mike is going for Thriller.
so close
And
yet.
we
So what?
Start here, Mike. You have 4 questions in the realm of Thriller. Thriller. Okay. In The Sixth Sense, how did the ghost girl who Haley Joel Osment sees under the bed die?
Been a long time since I've seen that movie. Drowned?
She was poisoned.
It's correct for 2 points.
Oh, or it could be that.
I learned something here today.
Don't listen to me for
Who
answers.
plays U.S. Marshal Samuel Gerard, hunting Harrison
Oh,
Ford's Richard
son of a
Kimball
bee.
in
That's actually Tommy Lee
1993's
Jones.
The Fugitive?
Mr. Tommy Lee Jones?
2 points.
You can come back and answer and get right answers from me now again.
Lost the lead
I jumped
to
the
7-5 in
gun.
favor of Kalinowski.
Which Black Panther actor plays Reggie Wayne, Kate's partner in the crime thriller Sicario?
Never mind. Don't go to answers for me now.
Daniel Kaluuya.
2 more points.
Yeah. Reggie Wayne, it's also a famous wide receiver.
Reggie Wayne. No one cares
This
about Reggie
actor.
Wayne.
Stars alongside Hugh Jackman as Detective Loki in Prisoners.
Detective Loki. Bow my subjects.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
For 2 more points, Mike Kalinowski.
That's how you run
So
a
an
perfect
MCU
round.
villain
So hold on.
played another
Not
character.
Worst Strength, not a geekdom category, and a perfect round. Ben, please spin the wheel.
Mike Kalinowski fires it back over to Bateman, who
getting
spins
hot in
from
here.
the pegs. Spins from the
The
pegs.
competitor's taking quite a bit of glee in spinning from the pegs,
Yes.
I've noticed.
Here it is.
This could be dramas.
Dramas.
Yes, it is.
Is he going to stick with dramas, or is he going to spin again?
He's thinking about it.
He's
He's going
going one more time.
to run it again.
Spinning
Here we
from
go.
the pegs.
The danger here, Chris, I'm going to tell you right now. If he spins James Bond, look out because there could be steals.
Doesn't look like it's going to James Bond.
Natalie Portman.
Uh-oh.
Natalie Portman.
Natalie,
That
Natalie,
is,
Natalie.
So thanks again to John Layton for
Okay.
that slice.
So Natalie.
Thanks,
Portman it is.
John.
Here to ask the questions, Miss Natalie Portman. I'm getting word she was not available.
Oh, you lied.
Just going to be me. Ben, your first
What a
question
shame.
in the world of Miss
What a
Portman's
shame.
storied career. Who plays Natalie Portman's assistant Darcy in Thor and Thor: The Dark World?
Five, 4, 3, 2.
Cat Dennings.
Yeah, I
For
think
2
you knew
points.
that one.
I think so, too.
I think we could have gotten out of here 12 seconds earlier. Ben, that was worth 2 points. This next one is also going to be worth 2 points if you get it right off the bat. Your question, in the world of Natalie Portman, who does John Carroll Lynch play opposite Natalie Portman in the film Jackie?
Five, 4, 3, 2.
JFK.
That is incorrect for a 2-point steal.
If I asked to rehear the question again, it counts, right?
Yes.
Robert Kennedy?
Looking for Lyndon Johnson. Lyndon Johnson.
Ah.
Smattering of applause for the former president.
He didn't really deserve it.
In round number 2, in the world of Miss Portman, Ben, what actor from the Marvel Cinematic Universe played Andrew in Black Swan?
So with all these comic book type questions.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
I can do that. What actor from the Marvel Cinematic Universe played Andrew in Black Swan alongside Natalie Portman? Yeah, I don't think he's faking this one now.
It's a tough question. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question. No, sorry. Multiple choice. That's what I mean to say.
Is it A, Sebastian Stan, B, Jeremy Renner, C, John Slattery, or D, Paul Bettany?
B.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Paul Bettany.
That is incorrect. And Mike, your options, is it A, Sebastian Stan, B, Jeremy Renner, C, John Slattery, or D, Paul Bettany?
Sebastian Stan?
Kick his ass, Seabass. That is correct.
Oh.
For 1 point.
For
So
a
Mike
point,
sees
that's
himself.
a big steal here because now it's 12-7 in favor of Mike Kalinowski. However, Ben Bateman still has one more question to answer in the world of Miss Portman. If he gets it right, he's going to cut the lead to 3 as we move into round number 3. Ben, your last question in this wonderful category. Who is Natalie Portman's co-lead in the film No Strings Attached?
Oh, shoot.
Ashton Kutcher.
2
2
points.
points.
That's right.
So
Yep.
we see ourselves here in the 3rd round now. Bateman was up, and now
Oh,
Kalinowski
dear.
is up 12-9 going into the 3rd round. Wow, what a battle so far. What are the rules here, Mark?
It's a 3-point game, Christian. You smell that? I think I smell overtime. I'm just calling it right now. In round number 3,
Oh,
we're going to get
please
3
don't say that.
numbers from each one of you gentlemen. These numbers can range from 1 to 20. Each number you give us is going to correspond to a different corner of movie trivia Schmoedown know-how. The first question that we ask to you, and only you, is worth 2 points. Your next one's worth 3 points. Your last one, should we make it that far, is worth 5 big points. There's no penalty for missing a question. There's no stealing in round 3. Just about you, what's between those ears, how many talkies have you seen?
All right, so we
Talkies.
will start with Mike.
That's what we're calling movies
Kalinowski,
now?
Who is in the lead here? Mike, 3 numbers, please.
2, 12, and 14.
2, 12, and 14 from
All
Mike.
evens, very bold prediction.
And pick 2.
Go 3, 7, and 17.
You win, Mike.
3, 7, and 17 for Bateman, who will go first with number 3 for his 2-pointer. He's trying to avoid the TKO here, and we start with number 3, Spielberg. Spielberg, Ben. Which Spielberg film stars Shia LaBeouf, Kate Blanchett, Karen Allen, and John Hurt?
Oh, is it, Crystal Skull, isn't it? Shia LaBeouf is the only one I remember him
4,
in.
3, 2,
Repeat the question.
it's the last one. Which Spielberg film stars Shia LaBeouf, Kate Blanchett, Karen Allen, and John Hurt?
It's gotta be Crystal Skull. What other movie was he in?
5, 4, 3, 2.
Warhorse?
Looking for Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. What a big miss there by Bateman, as that was a two-pointer. It is a three-pointer to tie the game with Kalinowski for his three-pointer, and the three-pointer is number 7.
What category is that, Christian?
That would be dramas. Dramas.
Oh, you can't fool me, Mark.
Here we go. Okay. Who directed, starred, and co-wrote 1997's Life is Beautiful?
Or have I heard that movie before? Life is Beautiful.
Roberto Benigni.
Correct.
Yeah, it's
for 3 points.
Celebrity Deathmatch.
Right, so
Roberto Benigni versus Benito Mussolini.
Just has to hit his 2 to bounce it back.
I'm lovely to be here, a death match.
So Mike chose number 2.
You were about to call me Mike, weren't you? Were about to do it again.
No, it wasn't. Not this time.
All right. Well, Mark is going to ask
Not this
Mike
time.
his 2-point question, and
It shouldn't have been any time.
Schmoedown a sport, and that's exactly the category Mike got: sports movies. For 2 points, Mike, your question: who directed the Chris Hemsworth 2013 race car film Rush?
Oh, come on, Mike. You know what it is. Quit your stalling.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Ron Howard.
Ding.
We're back in the lead for Mike Kalinowski.
I didn't even know what the answer was, but he obviously knew it.
5, then we bounce back to Mike. However,
go,
if
come
Ben
on,
Bateman
quit
misses
your
his 5,
stalling.
Mike Kalinowski will be in the #1 contender match to face Jeff Snyder.
And the winner of that goes to the
New York.
Big Apple.
That's right. All right, so he chose
As the Big
category
Apple
number
becomes the
17
Baked
then.
Apple. Ow!
Category number 17, 2000s. 2000s. All right, here we go. What sweet treat does the White Witch offer Edmund in exchange for bringing his siblings to her in The Lion, The Witch, and The Wardrobe? Classic film here.
Tough question.
Classic story.
I bet it's not candy corn, because no one likes
4,
candy corn.
3, 2.
Turkish Delight.
Correct! Ben Bateman hits it, stays in the game.
Wow.
Gives himself. Wow. So Ben Bateman now has made it 16-14. However, Mike Kalinowski
A lifetime
just needs to
supply
hit
of
his 3
Turkish delights.
to
How
tie.
could I
And then we go to
refuse?
overtime.
Oh, nom, nom,
unless
nom,
he
nom,
hits
nom.
the 5, but
He
just
also
needs the
has
3.
his 5.
So
That's
Mike
right.
Kalinowski chose number 12.
That's right, Mike. Turkish Delight has forced your hand here. And for your 3-point question, to tie the game, to secure yourself at least a spot in overtime, your category is that of family films.
Family. Hit the family.
And your question for 3 points: what famous comedic actor stars as Jack Frost in 2003's The Santa Claus 3, The Escape
Martin Short.
Clause? Going deep into that lineage. Yeah, seriously. This is for the
5, 4, 3, 2.
Martin Short.
Yep.
Tie
tied.
game! All
We are
right.
tied.
So Mike Kalinowski has put himself now in a position to win. If he hits it, it's Snyder. If he misses, we're in sudden death. Unbelievable.
Boy.
Say it with me, everyone.
All right, so,
Short.
Mike, no pressure here. Just if you get it right, you might get to go to New York and watch me do stand-up in person.
Not yet. Puts himself in the position.
Possibly.
Possible.
He still has to pay for a ticket, but I'll be there.
Oh, okay.
You selected number 14, and that's your 5-point question. So that corresponds to movies in the 1990s. 1990s films. And your question for the win. In the film The Insider, Al Pacino's character works on which TV show?
Five, 4, 3.
Repeat the question.
I can do that. In The Insider, Al Pacino's character works on which TV show?
It's Mike's first repeat. 5, 4, 3,
Give it to me again.
2.
I can do that. In The Insider, Al Pacino's character works on which TV show?
Oh, I think he knows it. He's trying.
Is it 60 Minutes?
And your winner, ladies and gentlemen,
I could tell for a second there, it looked like he knew it because it looked like his eyes were starting to fall up.
Mike Kalinowski hits it from long downtown.
You're not a good faker, Mike. I saw the emotion in your eyes.
Snyder, he's going to that #1 contender match. Oh my goodness, we thought we were going to sudden death, and the Inner Geekdom champ does it again. What a miracle season by Kalinowski so far this year.
Getting closer to Mikey 3 belts. You know, watching him try to think of that answer, I don't know if he had it right off the bat, but I could see the 60 minutes clock tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. He managed to pull it off of Ben Bateman. Boy, what a match. Pulling a 5-pointer with Turkish Delight. That is not an easy answer to have. He forced the hand of Mike Kalinowski. This is the match that we wanted to witness right down to the wire.
There he is.
Ah.
The commissioner's making an
Oh, hello.
Hey,
At least
hey,
you changed your shirt.
I'm the commissioner. You boo me again, you're all out of here.
Now he gets a round of applause.
Oh, then you put it that way. Yay!
Gentlemen,
Yes.
gentlemen,
Yes.
congratulations to Mr. Kalinowski for a match well fought. However, he is going to have to play Mr. Jeff Snyder right now if he expects to go to New York.
So look at that. So Burnett comes out here and says Kalinowski's got to play Snyder right now.
We got to hang.
And I'm telling you, that has a lot to do with Roxy.
Now we can't go home.
Together in Houston.
No,
That
no.
She helped him out in Houston, and that's what they're trying to get the advantage here tonight. Snyder versus Kalinowski. It's going down.
You're going to get a tired Mike Kalinowski, you think, against Jeff Snyder? Is
or
that
a
the play?
hyped up one. Or a hyped up one.
He looked pretty pumped up at the end of that match.
Well, I'm sure Jen Sturger's going to have a lot of questions to whether or not Mike is excited.
So,
or
congratulations, everyone.
Right now, but the way
You
Mike's
got to see
playing,
JTH get more wrong answers.
I mean,
Yay!
the one thing we can say about Snyder, he never lacks for confidence, regardless of who he's playing. But
I
Mike
bet
is a
that
guy
makes
who
you
has meticulous
so
preparation methods,
enthralled
and I don't know
and
what Jeff Snyder's bringing
enthused.
to the table. It's just
Whatever
gonna be
other
Jeff
word
Snyder
that starts with
gets a category
N.
he doesn't like and just kind of mails the rest of the match in. Or is this going to be a Jeff Snyder that is playing tooth and nail to get to New York? I have a feeling you're going to see the latter, but that remains to be seen. I think, at least in the short term, we should at least celebrate the match that we got here today, and then you and I
Jeff?
do a quick recovery.
No
Fantastic
Jeff
match.
Gordon
Bateman,
suits.
played his heart out there. First round, struggling.
Deal.
Came back, but then just
Okay.
that two-pointer. It was that two-pointer kind of threw him off there. But Mike Kalinowski hitting that 5-pointer, just scratching out. I thought we were going to sudden death. I totally thought we were going to sudden death.
I called it before,
did.
and I was worried my prophecy was true. It was not.
Why would you
Mike
be
Kalinowski
afraid?
gets the win.
Because you
But
knew
right now,
you were
we're
going to
gonna
have more
go to Jen
matches?
Sturgeon, who has an interview with Ben Bateman of the losing team.
Thanks so much, guys. Here with Ben Bateman. Ben, a little Turkish delight almost saved you in that third round. I know you're disappointed right now, but you played your heart out there. How are you feeling?
Disappointed. Mike's got a lot of momentum. I mean, I felt ready for this match. A couple things didn't go my way, but ultimately now that they for him in the first round. So it's a great pull to win for him, The Insider. It's one of my favorite films, so I knew it right away, but I could tell he knew it as well. So, you know, he's on a run right now. I think, honestly, maybe he beats Snyder, but it sets me up for the tournament. So I'll run through both tournaments. That's what I got to do now.
It really felt like you had his number, though, and you were definitely trash talking out there. Do you think you just got a little bit ahead of yourself and then just kind of fell apart after you didn't get one of your strengths in round 2?
No, I'm notoriously just not a Indiana Jones fan. I don't dislike the movies. I just don't ever watch them. So there's the name in there that triggers it for you if you're a big fan is Karen Allen, and I just don't ever watch them. So that's an actress that is basically famous for that, and it didn't go there for me. I think maybe had I watched those movies, I would have gone there right away because it's a lot of actors to be in the film. But no, I just some small slip ups. I felt my round 2 questions were hard, but not too hard. So it is what it is. I'll win the tournament. That's what I'll do now.
Absolutely. Like you said, it does set you up for both the singles and team tournament with your team partner here, Riley. Who's the boss? How are you guys going to, rebound from this?
Rebound, when you put the two of us together, we're confident. This kind of stuff, I always say, you got to get used to the Schmoedown, and sometimes you lose. But we're going to do this tournament the way we know how, which is winning them. We did it last time. Thank you, Leia. We're going to do that. And I'm excited. I'm excited to get in there because when the two of us get together, there's a lot of strength there because, maybe not Indiana Jones. I would have gotten that one. You put those two together, magic.
I think the Horsemen, we've struggled a little bit recently. I think it's obvious to see, but there's a full half of the season left, right? So we can end the season with the belts. I know we all want to do that. I believe in these guys. I have a great faction. And this is Corruption's moment, so let's extend it by another couple weeks or something like that,
Mike Kalinowski is in the middle of one of the most impressive runs in the Schmoedown right now, and there is absolutely no shame in forgetting that Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull exists. I wish I could.
Back to the desk.
Leave it to Dangerous Dan Merle to leave with his zinger.
Hi-yo.
I caught Kingdom of the Crystal Skull the other day. I watched the whole thing.
Don't say it.
Enjoyed myself. Had a good time with that film. Not a great time right now if you're the Horsemen, but look, they seem like
say what you want.
A lot of confidence.
It's like 78% on Rotten Tomatoes. So there are fans of the movie.
A guy that gets too down on himself, and he's got
it's not the greatest,
to pick him back up at whatever
Rotten Tomatoes has its flaws, but there are people out there that do enjoy the film.
Especially Mike Kalinowski has the Horseman's number for sure. And Stacey Howard will have a chance to play Mark Riley in the first round.
Now, it ain't no Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
Someone who is very used to being in the winner's circle is
Just
Mike
saying.
Kalinowski.
I think we can all agree on that.
That's right, guys. I'm backstage with Corruption, and Ken brought props. How are you feeling
In
today,
mangers.
Ken?
Well, there's a rumor going around that I misspelled the word managers. That's incorrect. There was a tiny A in there. Tiny A. All right?
Tiny
Here's
A.
the thing. This
Tiny
is a
A.
great victory for Corruption. This is what we do. I'll let Mike talk about his accomplishments. And, nothing but respect for Ben. We don't want to beat the guy when he's down. We know he works really hard. Things come up. I mean, I'm Indiana Jones is my favorite character. I've only seen that movie once. I understand. We're looking towards Jeff Snyder. I love Jeff. He's a champion. But he always looks like the guy who's searching for the Glengarry leads and comes up short of the steak knives. So I think we're going to be just we're starting to pack our bags for New York.
Mike,
I
saw
didn't get
you
that
was
reference.
Absolutely elated when they
Someone
announced
fill me
your
in on
name.
that.
Did you know that last answer, or are we just going to keep guessing?
Well, people now are trying to put me in these boxes. Is he a heel? Is he a face? Is he too nice? I'm my own thing right now. I've created my own path, carved my own path in this. No, I didn't know. It's one of those things. You become a better competitor. The more you play, you lose, you win. I put two and two together. It wasn't a show like CNN or Fox News. It was a show about a whistleblower. 60 Minutes. That's the show that does that kind of thing. So I put it there. It's what separates being a so-so competitor to being a great competitor. I've now become a great competitor. I've proven that. Ben made his stance about. Thank you. Bond being on the wheel. I kind of put out there on Facebook. He came at me with Bond is my thing. I was willing to take Bond and comic book off it, but I didn't get a response to that. So we went with thrillers and went perfect round for it. So I'm doing what I need to do. But no, Ben is a great competitor. He is a competitor that I will, if against see on this table. I'm not gonna, he's great. He knows what he does. He came back. He had the lead there. So he played a great game. So
A lot of trash talk, though, from him today. Were you surprised at that at all?
the old Ben was coming out there a little bit because I've been on that side of it. I've seen that other Ben. I've seen when that player dominates with the other clown next to him.
He's clown. He's clown.
I can do a little bit, so maybe that was a mistake. Maybe he got a little too confident with me in that. But I don't know how to tell each other how to do their game. Dagnito, maybe that's his new thing, managing him. I got a manager that knows what to do. He's a great coach, so here I am.
Well, we are one step closer to seeing potentially Mikey 2 belts at least.
Fans came to me saying, hey, Mikey 3 belts, and, well, here I am, doing what I do.
All right, well, best of luck to you. I hear you're facing Jeff Snyder right now as we speak, so I guess go backstage and freshen up a little bit, please.
Anything that I do will be much fresher than he will anyway, so I smell like roses, so come on now.
Back to the desk.
All right, so there you go. Mike Kalinowski, obviously super happy, ready to go. And he said, "Yeah, I got the momentum. Let's go, Snyder. Let's do it right now." And that's what's going to happen.
He's become a great player. I mean, he's given himself the mantle of a great player.
He become the man. He the man. He the man. He the man.
3 belts. He got to be Mikey 2 belts. So he's working on that right now. But Ken Knapsack saying,
"Oh, get a ticker."
Look, we're already starting to pack our
Good
bags.
singing, JTH. Thank you.
So if he's packing his bags,
I bet nobody said that.
Mike's going to get the win over Snyder.
Well,
JTH can't sing.
I don't think we've ever seen, since Mike Kalinowski and Roxy went their separate ways, right? Roxy Schreier was Mike's manager when he first came into this league, and now they're competing against each other. And we know how badly Snyder wants that championship. This is going to be his third #1 contender shot. He did it. He and I went at it at Collision.
Well, it's going to be Mike's third one too.
For that one. Then he had his #1 contender against Bibiani, and we know about the classic kind of shutdown that happened there.
Yeah.
But now he's got a chance to go to New York. He's already won the team titles this year. Can he get himself a chance to win the title by going to play Oyama? But he's got to beat Kalinowski to do it. What do you think is going to happen?
Will Mike wear his leather jacket in the match coming up? Will Jeff Snyder have a football
practically guaranteed?
Fits an adult male. Christian, I think Mike
probably
not
not
too big of a role, but Snyder's just one of those guys. Every time you want to count him out, that's when he bites you.
That's right. So look, while we get ready for our competitors here to get back on that stage and play another game to find out who's going to New York, this is where Mark said beforehand, as far as the Patreon goes, we are reaching to you guys. We are looking for support on the channel. Now, whether that is joining the Patreon, whether or not it's joining, being part of the Super Chat shows that we do and the brand new shows that we got coming up on this network, make sure that you guys, somehow or another, if you want to help with the show, please contribute there. Go to Patreon. We can also go to download any one of our podcasts.
Oh. Yeah. Himalaya.
Be lovely.
Ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you. And as we get ready, we're going to show you, I think, this is how good our editor is.
So we already got something?
He already got something to pump up Snyder and Kalinowski.
Already got something.
Is it 60 minutes?
And your winner, ladies and gentlemen!
How do you already have those clips? That match just happened. What's going on here?
Do we have to keep explaining? We're great. We're killing it. We don't need to make any excuses because we prove time and time again that we are winners.
Fans came to me saying, hey, Mikey 3 belts, and well, here I am. Here I am. On my way. Mikey 3 belts. That was you guys that came up with that. Why? Because you love me. You talk about the Mount Rushmore 6 months ago. I wasn't even in contention for that. Now you guys are talking about putting me on that. I'm the greatest player of all time in all these polls. Guys, you hate me, but you love me.
I hear you're facing Jeff Snyder right now as we speak. So I guess go backstage and freshen up a little bit, please.
Anything that
Nerd Chronic, who gave you all these clips so quickly? The match was just 30 seconds ago. Somebody getting on that phone. Quick, put a package together.
You think we're afraid of Snyder? I know Snyder inside out. Poor little honey. You know, again, there's a time to retire. We know these guys. We're not afraid of these guys. We're corruption. We're not afraid of anything.
Christian, I think Mike Kalinowski's on too big of a role, but Snyder's just one of those guys. Every time you want to count him out, that's when he bites you.
And Snyder, you bum. At least all I want, man, at least look presentable. Put a crisp shirt on, some deodorant. Look good when I'm going to beat you, all right? That's all I want from you. That's all you got to do. Don't think about questions or anything like that. Just worry about, like, is my shirt iron? Am I wearing deodorant to look good for Mike Kalinowski to whip my ass?
And Jeff's response? F you. That's Jeff's response.
And we are back.
Welcome back. We are still live from Collider Studios in Burbank, California. Goodbye.
And how we got here, man, that Eric's good. He works fast.
Yeah,
look,
so
the
fast.
fact that you guys got this kind of bonus match here, we looked like we were just getting Kalinowski versus Bateman.
That's all we thought we were announcing.
Burnett comes out and says, nope, Snyder, we got to figure out who's going
no,
to New York.
You've got more work to do.
Work. Will play Jeff the In-Snyder Snyder in this #1 contender match.
All this could be yours, Leia, if you set your goals and work hard. My old man worked hard. All they did was give him more work.
Roxy managed Mike when she was with the league.
Well, fun little insight into how things work around here is that currently on my computer I have 2 windows open. One is all the answers to the questions we're about to ask. The other is kayak.com, because somebody's getting a trip to New York booked. As soon as this match is over, they get to join
Hope you don't plan on going to New York in a kayak.
In Manhattan, August 31st. Christian, there's going to be a lot of fireworks here today. My big question to you, which Jeff Snyder are we getting? Are we going to get a Snyder that's casual, that doesn't really care? Are we going to get the Jeff Snyder whose phone call you need to take? The Jeff Snyder that has seen his way to winning multiple matches?
Okay, my phone's not ringing.
I know a lot of people have.
He's not calling yet.
When they think about Jeff Snyder and his singles career, that his singles career has been tainted by that match against Bibiani.
Gave up.
Because he did. He gave up.
Tanked like the Orioles.
That situation was that Jeff Snyder had been burnt out from the 1.5-year run that he had with the Patriots. He had shut down mentally. He gave up. There's no doubt about it. But it's also the other reason I bring up Roxy Stryer. Roxy Stryer and Mark Andreyko have brought a new flair out of Jeff Snyder. He is motivated, he is determined, and he wants to win.
The match, he came out like a thug.
He's going up against Mike Kalinowski right now, who's on one of the hottest streaks we've ever seen.
Guy's on fire.
He's won, I think, a total of 6 games in a row here. If you look at the teams matches, the Intergeekdom matches, and the singles matches, he's on fire. 3 different divisions. He's trying to be the first guy.
Oh, we got Tigger.
He's trying to be the first.
He's on fire.
To
yeah.
compete for 3 different belts, and this is a step. If he does it today, he'll be the first person to ever compete for 3 belts in the same year.
Mike Kalinowski, hotter than a bag of Flamin' Cheetos, and which Jeff Snyder are we going to see?
I don't like Flamin' Cheetos.
Are we going to see Jennifer Lawrence in like Silver Linings Playbook, or Jennifer Lawrence in one of those X-Men movies where she just wants to leave? We're about to find out, and we had an interview with each one of our competitors.
We showed that
you
already.
can check out right now.
Yeah, we showed that already.
We're back.
What we'll do
welcome back.
Right now,
welcome back.
And you have Jeff, the
that Jamie Costa, Robin Williams impression never gets old.
Tarantino movies, and wearing something that will offend everyone in the audience.
That's very true.
Except me, because I'm not offended by anything.
Comic book movies.
If you don't believe me, ask my coworkers.
Not losing, big strength of his.
No, and I bet that leather jacket's coming back up.
I bet you too. So with that, this is
I bet you.
This is to find out who's going to New York.
A quarter.
I'm doing my fantasy draft.
I win.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the
movie trivia Schmoedown. Yay! Part 3, because I've done it 3 times now. Actually, I think I did it 5 times now.
Introducing first. With a record.
I think I've done that 5 times now too. God, JTH is so repetitive.
Led to the ring by Stacey Howard and his managers, Grace Hancock and Ken Knapsack. He is the reigning movie trivia Schmoedown Intergeekdom champion of the world, Mike the Killer Kalinowski.
Hello again. Never seen you before.
Grace Hancock, Ken Knapsack. Oh, look, he threw the A in managers. That's all-time great managers. John McGraw, Joe Torre.
I'll tell you, for as silly as it is,
I didn't see them all. Great managers. Me. Even though I've never managed a single thing.
Hancock and Ken Knapsack have taken him to the title.
Bad managers. Brandon Hyde. Or whoever that guy's managing the O's right now.
Mike Kalinowski in prime position to take on Jeff Snyder. Will you put as much stank saying Jeff Snyder's name as you just did Mike Kalinowski? One of the better announcements I've ever heard from you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Look, these two guys, they deserve it. You got the
You're not getting a raise.
Up there.
I just put a lot of pressure on you.
Well, then I'm not going to do it.
You want me to do it?
What's that?
You want me to announce Jeff Snyder?
And
no, you're not worthy.
His opponent. Representing the Odd Couple. Led to the ring by his teammate, Mark the Android Andreyko, and his manager, Roxy Stryer. With a record of 8 wins.
The music changed. So sudden.
And 2 knockouts. He is the former 2-time movie trivia Schmoedown.
Granted, one of those knockouts was against Umberto, so let's disregard that one.
Snyder. that a battle plan? That is a Home Alone Kevin McAllister shirt.
This is an odd couple. You look at Andrejko presenting him, high-fiving him. There's Roxy Stryer, contender for Manager of the Year.
Easily.
Jeff Snyder, kind enough to dress up today.
Yeah, Roxy Stryer and Mike Kalinowski at the same desk. Not to see since the league. Opposite here. Look at this.
That's right. He looks like Tim Allen's character from Home Improvement has fallen on hard times.
That's right. That's a good movie. Okay, so Snyder has sat down. The Intergeekdom champion is about to sit down. Round number 1 about to happen. How do those rules work?
I guess I need to read the rules again, even though we just had a match with one of you in round number 1 of the
Okay,
3-round
we'll just
match.
make sure you do it right again.
These are questions asked to the field. Each question comes from a different corner.
Asked to the
movie
field.
trivia Schmoedown.
The field
No
of
how.
dreams.
Worth 1 point. There's no penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing in round number 1. As soon as you hear us ask a question, you have about 15 seconds to write down
About
your best attempt at
15
an answer
seconds.
on the whiteboard.
We might cut it down to
Once we
8
ask
seconds if we
my
don't
name
like
to
you.
reveal your answer, please show what you wrote on the whiteboard to the camera at the same time you verbalize your answer into the microphone. Penmanship is always appreciated. Please be as legible as possible. Each competitor has 3 usages of the JTE rule throughout the duration of the match.
Not the JTH rule. Thank you.
Repeat it, or you just want to buy yourself 15 more seconds to answer the question. Use the JTE rule. You also each have 1 challenge to be used at any point throughout the 3-round match.
All right, with the rules read, we ask Jeff Snyder, are you ready?
Well, I'm ready, Christian. I've measured Mike Kalinowski up. My only question is, does he want to get screwed or hammered?
Mike Kalinowski, either answer to that or just are you ready?
So, a solid B.
Let's play.
All right.
I'll give you 8 out of 10.
Ready to Schmoedown!
Yay! I'll give you 8 out of 10 for that one, Jeff. That was pretty good.
Category number 1 is action adventure.
He may be a ratchet, but he got screwed.
Dwayne Johnson, Sean William Scott, and Christopher Walken.
You know, I got to ask you your opinion.
Oh, I always get these 2 friggin' movies mixed up.
To be props, he just kind of looks like a guy who always walks around with the measuring tape on him.
I think he lives in the supply closet. 5.
Not a bad guess.
4. 3. 2.
Is it the rundown?
Jeff Snyder.
I have to go first?
Yeah, yes.
I think I got it wrong.
What do you got?
Walking Tall.
No. And
The rundown.
the rundown is correct.
Phew, phew.
Kalinowski up 1.
I always get those 2 movies mixed
Right
up.
at the end, I was like, ugh.
Do I have to go first?
Do I have to go first?
The 90s movies.
I might use that one a lot when I play. Do I have to go first?
The query is, this 1997 crime drama was based off of a true story and starred Al Pacino and Johnny Depp.
Oh.
Hey, did you see that Irishman trailer?
I did.
You like it?
Yeah. Okay.
Anything else you want to say, Al?
Ha.
Hooah!
What do you think about
5.
de-aging?
4. I could use it. I use a face app. 2. 1. Pens down, please.
Baby
And
app.
Go with Mike Kalinowski.
Donnie Brasco?
Yes.
Donnie Brasco.
Donnie Brasco it is.
Right.
2-1. Mike Kalinowski up.
Oh, I had nothing. I don't know who Tony Brasco is.
This match.
Did
Who directed
he play for the Dodgers?
12's The Master.
The Master.
Remember that movie?
The Master?
Yeah. Remember a toilet gets broken in it. And it's like my favorite scene in a movie ever.
No.
Because you clearly only have 1 chance to do that, right?
That's true. 5. 4.
Man.
3.
Jeff knows it because he knows his director
1.
stuff.
Pens down and Jeff Snyder.
Paul Thomas Anderson.
Yes. Mike.
No, I didn't have it.
Didn't have it. Tie game. 2-2. Kalinowski misses.
If it's a
Snyder
director
ties the game.
question, you can
Next question.
you can bet that Jeff's got it.
Coming-of-age films.
Yes. Oh, sorry. No more beer.
As Christian entertains himself
2%.
with the match. Coming of age film. Still waiting for Harloff to have that happen to him. Your question.
Not going to happen.
Who played Sharon Norbury, the calculus teacher in Mean Girls?
Oh,
What
Christ.
kind of calculus student was Christian George Harloff?
Atrocious.
I didn't have to take calculus. Apparently it was not a mandatory thing.
X, Y, and Z.
4.
Slope intercept.
I'll actually give an answer.
2.
Repeat the question.
First one for
Oh,
Mike.
I can do
thanks,
that.
Mike.
Who played Sharon Norbury,
It's not right.
the calculus teacher in Mean Girls? And then you get into like trigonometry, which is like sine, cosine.
Yeah.
You know, it goes up. It goes
I don't know
down.
why calculus no longer became a mandatory subject.
Teach
Never
the
took
kids
it.
Something.
5. 4.
And I made out great. 1 + 1 is 9.
Pens down, Mike Kalinowski.
Jenny Slate.
Yes. And Snyder.
Amy Poehler.
Oh, no.
Ooh.
Kalinowski goes back up. Kalinowski goes back up. Can feel the tension in the room.
A plane ticket is on the line.
Oh, yeah. Plane ticket New York on the line. Here's the next one. Fantasy
Hope you don't have to pay for it still, though.
Who stars as the character Chris Kelvin in the 2002 sci-fi drama Solaris? Or Solaris.
Not a fan of that name, Chris. If my last name's Kelvin, my kid's not going to be called Chris.
No?
Nah.
5, 4.
Man, what's up with these questions?
2, 1. Pens down.
They're tough.
Jeff Snyder.
George Clooney?
Yes, Kalinowski.
George Clooney.
And Mike keeps his lead. 4-3.
Not tough for them, though. Just remember who you're watching in the video. JTH, everything's hard.
This one is animated films.
I might know this one.
On hand or on a computer. Your question. An adventurous 11-year-old girl finds another world that is strangely idealized as its version of her frustrating home, but it has sinister secrets. In what 2009 stop-motion film?
Never mind.
Like
Don't know it.
Videotape. I was waiting for them to hopefully use a repeat.
Yeah. I could do it again. Try me, boys.
We'll see. Don't test them. 5, 4, 3,
No.
2.
Hera Norman.
Down. We start with Mike Kalinowski.
I believe my best partner in the business quizzed me on this is Coraline.
Yes. And
Coraline.
Yes, it is. So there we go. 5, 4. 5, 4.
Even the animated
So now we
tripping
get
me
to
up.
horror thriller.
Jeez.
Horror thriller for question number 7. Horror thriller. Which horror movie franchise has featured performances from such actors as Dennis Hopper, Viggo Mortensen, Matthew McConaughey, and Jessica Biel?
Missed the animated question, yet I'll get the horror question.
Dennis Hopper, Matthew
Wow.
McConaughey. Big fans of drugs.
Oh.
I was going to say doing drugs.
Oh, same thing, I guess, right?
Yeah. I get pot's kind
5,
of drug.
4, 3, 2.
Texas
1.
Chainsaw Massacre.
Jeff Snyder.
The Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Yes, Mike.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yes. Okay. 6-5. Mike Kalinowski, 6 points. And our final question, Mark.
It is a Patreon question. This comes to us from Andy Schick.
Oh, not mine.
Andy Schick.
Oh, well, so is next year.
Join the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Patreon if you've not already. Select which tier is right for you. Maybe one day I, Mark Baby Carrots Ellis, will say your name on an upcoming broadcast. Like I just said, Andy Schick.
While wearing a pineapple shirt.
You know it. You love it. Comedies. It's a great studio audience. And Andy's question in the world of comedy. What 2006 comedy features the creation of the fictional South Harmon Institute of Technology?
Look at that.
And a hush comes over the crowd.
Stumped both the
You either know it or you don't. Andy
More
Schick.
importantly, you stumped JTH.
Kalinowski
What in
Snyder.
the hell
4.
is that?
It's like they don't
Can
even
you
know how to
repeat the
write.
question, please?
Yes, repeat.
I can
from
do
Jeff
that.
Snyder.
What 2006 comedy features the creation of the fictional South Harmon Institute of Technology?
Andy, what have you done?
Kalinowski, a 1-point lead over Snyder. Snyder is now attempting to write down an
Trying
answer.
something. Snyder's trying something, trying to tie the game.
Never even heard of such a thing.
Figure something out as we get to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We start with Kalinowski.
No clue.
Nothing. And Snyder?
The Institute is shit, huh? Is it Borat?
No.
Looking for accepted.
Accepted.
I was just on
What?
a Twitter thread
Huh?
about that film.
All right, so Mike
What film is
Kalinowski
that?
keeps his 1 point
Never heard of
lead
it.
As we move into round number 2. Round number 2. Roxy Stryer coming out, though. Don't see Grace or Ken here, but they're
Giving some managerial help to.
I think I got
Snyder,
one
and the
in
wheel
that one.
has emerged. This is the
I'm
wheel
back
round
on my
first.
game.
In round number 2, the wheel becomes the wheel of fate, doom, and justice. What you will find on the wheel is fan favorite opponent's choice, competitors' hope spinner's choice, and 10 categories of movie trivia schmoedown know-how. Each category contains 4 questions. Each question is worth 2 points. There's no penalty for missing a question. However, gentlemen, stealing is available in round number 2. So if you're not sure of an answer, ask us for multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options, one of which is the correct one. You may then select that for a point, lest your question be stolen by your opponent.
Mike Kalinowski has used 1 JTE rule. Snyder has also used 1. And because Mike Kalinowski is in the lead with 1 point, he has the opportunity to either go first or to defer.
I will spin first.
You're going to spin first. All right, Mike Kalinowski is going to spin first.
Interesting, because
And
he
second
doesn't
time,
usually do that.
He's going to be spinning the brand new wheel.
That's right. He's getting to be really good friends with that new wheel. But there's a wedge on there he really wants.
Yeah, he's looking.
And that would be
He's
one
got 2
of
of them.
Jimmy Bond.
Or comic book. Uh-oh, look at this. No.
Coming of
Coming of age movies.
Does he want it?
He Yeah, he's trying to spin away from it. You know,
Getting
he's looking for either he's the Inner Geekdom champion, so he's definitely going for comedy movies. But James Bond, he's tried to hit it.
Seriously knows that James Bond, he gets to prove his knowledge, and
he did it again.
Oh.
Coming of age.
He did it again. You did it again.
Coming of age, it is. Coming of age. All right, Mike. Coming of age. Coming of age. 4 questions. In the film Stand By Me, how does the narrator, Richard Dreyfuss, say that River Phoenix's character, Chris, died?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, stabbed, B, pushed in front of train, C, heart attack, D, choked on a pretzel?
Choked on a pretzel? That's George W.
Pushed in front of a train?
Correct.
I was going to say stabbed.
Stabbed, B, pushed in front of train, C, heart attack, D, choked on a pretzel?
Heart attack.
Incorrect. Looking for stabbed.
Stabbed. Got him in the throat.
All right, Mike, question 2. What coming
Like
of age
me.
movie is based on the life of Chaz Palminteri?
These are all just foreign films to me.
A Bronx Tale.
That's correct.
It is. 2 points for Mike.
Okay.
All right. Josh Hamilton plays father to Elsie Fisher in which coming of age film?
Multiple choice.
A, The Diary of a Teenage Girl. B, The Miseducation of Cameron Poe. C, 8th grade. D, Brooklyn.
A.
B.
8th grade.
8th grade for the steal is correct.
Snyder, quick on that steal, so he gets a point. Mike Kalinowski, 1 question remains in round number 2. Mike Kalinowski has a 2-point lead currently over Snyder.
Last question. John and Joan Cusack star in which 1984 coming-of-age film?
Man.
5, 4, 3.
Repeat the question.
John and Joan Cusack.
This is definitely not my kind of category.
1984 coming-of-age film. Five.
Multiple choice.
A, Pretty in Pink. B, Footloose. C, Say Anything. D, 16 Candles.
Say anything.
It's incorrect.
16 Candles.
16 Candles is correct.
1984.
Ooh.
So Snyder there, big 2 steals there, puts Kalinowski 1 point ahead of Snyder. Now Snyder hits something that he's good at here. He gives himself a nice cushion. There's the spin.
That's a spin?
And he spins
Comic book movies. Right
Right
away from it. And there it is. What's
That
up?
was about as fast as Roka spinning Pauly Shore back in the day.
Will Smith.
Oh,
All right,
F no.
Will Smith, one of my all-time favorites. Will Smith.
Mr. William
All right,
Smith.
Jeff, you have 4 questions in the world of Mr. Smith, and your question.
Big Will, Drew Hill.
Gabriel Muccino directed Will Smith in what 2000s drama?
The Pursuit of Happiness.
2 points, and he's got the lead.
He ain't gonna get a director question wrong. Doesn't matter what actor it
You now
is.
enjoy a 9-8 advantage over Mike Kalinowski. You still have 3 questions remaining in round number 2. Your next one, in Independence Day, what kind of animal is represented on the engagement ring that Will Smith plans to give to his girlfriend?
I think it's a dolphin, but I'm not entirely sure.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, a dolphin, B,
Yeah,
a dove,
I think it
C,
is.
a turtle, or D, a rabbit?
Is it a repeat if I ask for the choices again?
You can do multiple choices once.
Yeah, that's fine.
I can provide that. Is it A, a dolphin, B, a dove, C, a turtle, or D, a rabbit?
Dolphin.
Well, he guessed it, and he
Correct.
got a point.
Mm.
That's correct.
Got a point for his trouble.
That is correct. 10-8 now. 10-8.
10-8. All right. Jeff, your next question in the world of Will Smith. In the film Men in Black, who plays Newton, the morgue attendant who kept swatting
David
flies?
Cross. David Cross. Come on, Jeff.
Multiple choice.
Oh.
Is it A, Tony Shalhoub, B, Steve Buscemi, C, David Cross, or D, Paul Rubens?
Tony Shalhoub.
That is incorrect. Mike, your options. Is it A, Tony Shalhoub, B, Steve Buscemi, C, David Cross, or D, Paul Rubens?
David Cross.
From one of the great sketchos of all time, Mr. Show.
So Mike Kalinowski still on a point. So Jeff Snyder can get himself ahead here by 3. Should he get the 2?
David Cross, former winner of Celebrity Poker Showdown. Don't ask me how I know that, and don't know movie knowledge.
One more question in the wacky world of Mr. Smith. Your last
Mr. and
question
Mrs.
is
Smith.
In 2004's Shark Tale.
Oh, God.
Who voices Oscar's
Yeah,
best
that's
friend,
exactly what I thought
Angie
you'd do,
the
Jeff.
Angelfish, who also works at the Whale Wash.
Oh, the good old Whale Wash.
Spent my youth there, drinking my life away.
I don't want to go multiple choice. I'm risking a 1 point loss to Kalinowski. I'm going to go with Angelina Jolie.
That is incorrect. So, Mike, without the benefit of multiple choice, who do you think?
Is the
5.
Reese Witherspoon.
4,
No
3.
clue.
Meg Ryan?
Looking for Renee Zellweger.
Renee Zellweger.
Oh.
So,
Renee Zellweger.
Jeff Snyder still sees himself with a 1 point lead. 1 point lead over Mike
And the
Kalinowski as we
questions have not been
round
easy. They're just
number 3.
struggling.
This is the-
Struggling.
This is going to determine everything. I think Kalinowski got out of there by the skin of his teeth. I mean, he really had a bad hand dealt to him. And then Snyder, ready to take advantage, just didn't get the spin he wanted. And so now, lo and behold, it's just a 1 point game, and anybody could be flying to the Newark airport.
That is very true. And because it is the 3rd round here, Mark, make sure you let him know exactly how this works.
Excuse
So
me.
how to get
That
through
might be the
it.
first time I've ever sneezed on a reaction.
What are the rules in round number 3?
Oh, it's been a
Round
day.
number 3 works like thus. Each competitor is going to give us a series of numbers. We need 3 numbers from each gentleman. These numbers can range from 1 to 20. Each number he gives us corresponds to a different corner of movie, trivia, Schmoedown goodness. The first question here is going to be worth 2 points. Your next one's worth 3 points. The last one, should you make it that far, is worth 5 big points. Keep in mind, there's no stealing, and there's no penalty for missing a question in round number 3. Jeff, you're enjoying a 1 point victory.
Come on.
1 point lead.
Come
over
on,
Mike
Jeff.
Kalinowski.
You
It
see
looks
my
like it's
videos.
on
You know what number to pick.
What 3 numbers feel lucky to you, sir? From 1 to 20.
6, 12, 17.
6, 12.
I feel like you pick those numbers a lot.
And Mike your lucky
Kalinowski.
numbers?
Oh, dear.
Mike is consulting his study partner, Shannon. That's right. You kids leave the door open while you're studying. All right, going to need some numbers here.
And Mike, we're going to have
5,
to choose them for you here.
4,
And 5,
3.
2, 6, and 14.
2, 6, and 4.
What is this guy doing? Does he know how to count?
He
2.
picked 6.
You just got another number besides 6. We got 2,
1, 2, and 14.
1,
1,
2,
2,
and
and
14.
14.
All
Okay,
right.
you still
All right,
pick 2.
Mike,
That's fine.
To take the lead here, you got to hit your 2-pointer. And you chose new releases. New releases. All right, here you go. Which actor plays Del Scott, who is a man who cares for a quadriplegic named Philip in The Upside?
Come on, Mike.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Kevin Hart.
Cranston.
Yes, for 2 points, Kevin Hart. That is correct.
All right, Jeff, we move on to your 2-pointer. And you selected
Jeff is the kind of person that would be annoyed by the stall tactic.
And number 6 corresponds to the category of Sandra Bullock.
That-
Sandra Bullock.
Very nice person.
And your question is, Sandra Bullock played a computer programmer who had her identity stolen by a rogue government agency in what 1995 film?
The Net.
Give him 2 points in the
All
lead.
right, they're fighting back.
If
back
it's
and
not
forth we
if
go,
it's
and
not a
now-
70s film, he'll probably
now
know it.
We have Mike Kalinowski, who chose number 2. Mike Kalinowski chose number 2. 2010s. 2010s. Here we go. All right. In the 2012 film Ted, John and Ted get to meet the actor who plays the lead in their favorite film, which is what?
Flash Gordon.
Flash! Ah, Mr. Sam Jones. Sam.
Challenge.
No, hold on.
That's incorrect.
What's your final answer? What is your final answer? What? He said three things. He said Flash.
Well, how many
Sam
things does he
Jones.
get to say?
We need
What are you
an answer,
talking
Mike.
about?
You said, what's your answer?
What is
What is the answer?
Sam Jones.
You're incorrect.
That's incorrect.
No.
The answer is
Thank you.
Flash Gordon.
Thank you.
Hold. Wait.
Yes.
Are you
Thank you.
Repeat the question.
Here's the question. The
Oh,
question is,
Mike.
in the 2012 film Ted, John and Ted get to meet the actor who plays the lead in their favorite film, which is what? Ask him which the film is.
Same thing as the Equalizer.
Okay.
Ask him for the film, not the actor. All right, here we go. So now, Mike, do you want to challenge it?
I sang the song, but no, you know what?
Can't.
I don't want to win on a challenge.
Okay. All right, here we go. So, Mike, now
Has to hit his 5-pointer to stay in the game.
Now you got to hit your 5-pointer to stay in the game here. If you hit it, it bounces back to Snyder. But if you miss it, Jeff Snyder will be challenging Paul Oyama for the championship in New York. Here we go. In U571, McConaughey's Lieutenant Tyler takes over command after a superior officer, Lieutenant Commander Dahlgren, is killed. Who played Lieutenant Commander Dahlgren? Five, 4, 3.
Repeat the question.
In U571, McConaughey's Lieutenant Tyler takes over command after his superior officer, Lieutenant Commander Dahlgren, is killed. Who played Lieutenant Commander Dahlgren? That is his last. Wait.
You used one the last time. On the last question.
5, 4.
David Keith.
And your winner, ladies and gentlemen, the Insider,
Congratulations, Jeff.
Snyder. Snyder ends the run.
Bill Paxton.
Snyder ends the run. Bill Paxton. Bill Paxton
was the answer.
Yeah, so
And
Mike
what
jumped
a
out too.
tough way
Mike
to
jumped
lose a
out
match.
too quick. He jumped out too quick.
Maybe the toughest loss we've seen in recent memory in movie trivia Schmoedown. He had it, obviously he had the knowledge, but it was not the correct answer that we needed for the 3-point question, and thus he can't hit the 5-pointer. So Jeff Snyder is now currently arranging travel plans for New York City.
Jeff Snyder finally has his shot at the movie trivia Schmoedown
Oh,
championship.
Boston,
against
man,
Oyama.
gets
It's
to go
Snyder
to New
versus
York.
Oyama in
That's gonna go over
in
well.
New York, Manhattan for the belt. And yeah, you're absolutely right. Mike just got too excited and heard Flash and said Sam Jones. He had originally said Flash. Had he stopped there, he would have gotten it right.
He sang Flash, but you got to give us the Gordon too. Didn't
He
get
had,
the Gordon.
if he would have just stopped at Flash, he would have had it there. Flash Gordon, but he got excited and said Sam Jones, didn't listen to the full question, and now we have Jeff Snyder going to challenge for the championship. The run has come to a little bit of a halt.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate thing where it's not a question of whether we at the answer desk know that he knows the answer. You got to give us the correct answer in that 15 seconds, and you settle on a final answer that's not correct. We unfortunately can't give you the points, and so hats off to Jeff Snyder right now. But Christian, now we're going to go to an interview with Jen Sturger, who has some members of corruption on the podium.
All right, guys. Mike. So the quest for Mikey 3 belts has kind of been slowed down, but not necessarily over for the year, obviously. Right, yeah. But this is not how you wanted this match to play out. Do you think playing 2 matches in one day weighed on you?
No, I came in strong. It was coming of age. I knew it was gonna. I knew seeing that on the wheel that was gonna screw me over. So here we are.
Ken, everyone's just very. This is the most quiet I think I've ever seen.
I can amend to that.
How are you guys feeling after this?
Coming of age.
We're not upset. We're just disappointed, but not in Mike. We're just disappointed in losing, but we've been here before. There's still a belt on his shoulder, and there's still a path to all the championships for corruption. Congratulations to Jeff Snyder. He can enjoy the hot, humid New York August. All right, invest in talcum powder. Good luck to you, sir. All right, we'll see you. The crowd can boo both those competitors out there. We know who we are, and nothing changes that.
Mike, I guess coming back to you, do you think sometimes like you were just rushing to answer the questions because you knew the answers because you have such a wealth of knowledge? Did you just get too excited and jump the gun on the Flash question?
It was a rookie mistake what I did there. It wouldn't have helped me. That 5-point I didn't know. So who knows what he would have pulled on his next 2 after that. You know, what can you say? You learn. You know, it was a rookie mistake. I've done mistakes like that before. You know, there's a lot to think about. I can't focus on that right now because I got a teams match coming up. So it's like, this is my first loss in 6 matches. So we're going to take it. We're going to learn from it, learn this mistake. Chance had my back on that one question he helped me with that we were studying. So our game is strong. You know, and this was the one match or the one division I didn't think was possible. And it happened that way, and here I am. And this run ends for singles right now. But I've got another match going for the team, so I can't stop and let this get me down.
And you still have, like I said, you're going to be in the tournament. So, I mean, that's still coming up.
Sounds good.
All right. Looking forward to teams. Grace, how are you going to get Chance and Mike ready for this and rebound from this loss?
I'm going to do absolutely nothing because they're 2 incredible, incredible players, and they got this. I don't need to do a damn thing.
Okay, that sounds productive.
What a great manager.
All right, well, we are back here with Mike's bummed, but I like how he owned it.
Can I say, I think that was one of the classiest post-game interviews I've ever seen. Given the heartbreak that Mike had just experienced, he owned up to making a mistake, but he also showed up on the podium. He gave a post-match interview. I think that was really classily handled by him. And corruption. I never thought I'd say that about corruption, but I thought that they were pretty above board and very classy here in defeat.
I agree. I mean, I think that was it. I think that he realized it. Like he said it was a rookie mistake. And Snyder pointed it out that it was very similar to what happened in the match with the Shire Wolves with them, is that it was the equalizer 2 type moment. He didn't listen to the full question, and he got stung for it.
And now we are going to go to what has to be a very celebratory Jeff Snyder. He wore his tie on a good day, Christian.
He finally did it, though. He finally won a #1 contenders match, and here he is with Jen Serger.
Christian, when you said he finally did it, I thought you meant wear a tie. Oh my gosh, congratulations. You look, I can't tell whether you have allergies right now, Jeff, or if you are genuinely emotional right now. What's happening?
I am a little emotional, and I'll tell you why. Because I played this game for love, not just for myself, but for my girlfriend, Stephanie, who I just celebrated my 2-year anniversary with. She's never been to New York, and I said, baby, I'm taking you to New York. We're going to do it up in the Big Apple. And so I have these 2 roses that she had given me for my anniversary, and I'm going to give them to my faction partners right now. You guys are the greatest teammates a guy could ask for.
Can I get a rose, Jeff?
Thanks for making it weird.
Not
Roxy, what did you say to Jeff when you were going into round 2? I saw you sneak in and give him a little bit of advice. I mean, I think it goes to say that you are the manager that has had the biggest impact on your players' performance. So what advice did you give him?
Some might say manager of the year, Kaiser. Thank you very much.
Oh, without a doubt, manager.
I love you guys. I went in there. The thing about Snyder is he is a better player than he believes he is. And so he gets really down on himself in these moments when he's down by 1 point or up by 1 point. So I just have to remind him of the facts. He's an amazing player, and it's his game to win today, and he proved that.
And if I can say one thing about Roxy that's great, and I said this to Jeff after the win, we learned not to do this mistake Mike made to answer quickly. Roxy, since we've been playing together, has said if you get the 15 seconds, even if you know the answer, take a breath. Don't answer quickly. And that caught me with Equalizer 2 and other stuff like that. So even if you know the answer, take the time. And that
was a speed round question. That was a little bit different.
Speaking of managerial skills, though, you're going to be facing the dungeon in New York. Do you have any words at all for Kaiser?
Oh, my God, yeah. We'll see you there, and I have no doubt that we're going to be taking them down. I saw what Snyder can do today, and you guys all did, and New York, we're ready to prove that love wins. Snyder, I know that you were doing it for your girlfriend, and you did it, man.
This was a crazy match today. Obviously, you know, I was lucky to escape with a win. I didn't win it so much as Kalinowski lost it. He was a victim of his own excitement today. He had an ugly second round. I didn't have a much better second round, and I overthought some first ones, like that Mean Girls question with Tina Fey. I'm just in my own head on that. I guess I lucked out today. Kalinowski didn't have his stuff. Mikey, 3 belts. Read between the lines, buddy. Paulo Yama, Mama Yama, whatever your name is, yo mama. You're going down, dude, okay? You're like a rookie. I'm taking the belt from you.
Yo,
see you
mama.
in the Big Apple, which is my city.
Yo, mama.
Well, look at Snyder. He's ready. He's excited. And that old flame seems to come back that he had when he was with the Patriots on that run, that he seemed to have when he was with Mark Andreyko to win that second team title.
Oh, we got Tigger.
And here he is on.
Nice promo, Jeff.
To get that
I agree,
shot.
Tigger.
Yeah,
Thank you.
news. Who thought that Jeff Snyder had feelings?
I know.
But we saw it. There's a little bit of emotion coming out of the heart.
Why
and
would
soul
you
of
not
Jeff
think he
Snyder,
has
and if this game
feelings?
can make him emotional. It can really do a lot of things to a lot of
Maybe
people.
because he Evil. Evil.
But Jeff Snyder, like he said, the thing I like about Snyder also, Snyder's always critical of his game and knew the things that he did wrong in this particular game. But what he's got to realize, though, and I think he already does, is that he can't play like he did in the second round here against Paul Oyama.
No, he's got to bring 3, or in this case 5 big rounds if he wants that belt.
Yeah, because Paul Oyama is kind of like a freak of nature.
Yeah.
What we've seen so far from him, 5-0. The guy is, he might be 22 years old, but he knows more about movies than most people that we work with here.
If I am either Roxy Stryer
and
or
me,
Kaiser,
and that's the most
I am
important.
buying my competitor a set of buzzers right now that mimic the ones that we have here at the Movie Trivia Schmoedown, because that lightning round, the speed round, I think could determine that match.
You make a great point here, because the fact that Jeff Snyder has been in, what, 7, 8, 9 title matches
I
in
gave
his
up
career?
counting a lot.
And Oyama's only been in 1.
Yeah.
So the experience certainly goes to Jeff Snyder.
And it's a live match here, too.
That's right. And Jeff Snyder also knows how to fire up that crowd. You saw what he did in Chicago in front of 1,000 people when he and Mark Andreyko beat Who's the Boss. Snyder's a big game player.
Yeah.
Make no mistakes about it. So Jeff Snyder versus Oyama, that's the main event, and you guys can come see it. Go and see it. That's right. Next week in New York, the Schmoedownlive.com. Get the tickets now.
The crowd will be so conflicted. Who do I cheer for?
The Schmoedownlive.com. Snyder versus Oyama for the title. Wow, Snyder finally, after being in this league since Season 3, he's got a shot at the belt.
That's Christian. I'm Mark. Check out the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Patreon, our Facebook fan page, and, of course, our podcast, wherever you listen to stuff. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you real soon on the Movie Trivia Schmoedown.
Mr. Harloff.
Hey, there he is.
Oh, dear.
How are you? I'm good. How are you? Last day is commish. Unbelievable. What a run.
I thought so.
Yeah. Oh, look, I think you're a despicable human. I really do. But what I will say is, I didn't hate everything that you did. I thought it was going to be a lot worse. I thought there was going to be things that people were just going to be lunacy and screaming and yelling. It's been calm. I mean, you've done some things to move around, and people have been, oh, he's kind of moving it towards his favor. But for the most part, it's been pretty simple. So thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Well, I'd like to think I'm not done.
Yeah, well, this is the last day.
I have one last thing I would like to leave. Call it my legacy.
Okay.
I'd like to call it the nuke.
The
I
nuke.
was hoping you'd take a look at it.
I will take a look at it. It's probably going to be a big no for me, dog, as they say. But I'll look.
No dog.
Out of your mind.
I've been told that before.
This is going to change a lot. I know he'll hate it. She'll definitely hate it. The fans are going to hate it. I'll do it. I'm going to change a couple things.
Of course.
I can't believe I'm going to say this. I'm going to do this. But not yet. I'm going to wait. And I'm not going to tell anybody yet. Because they have to think about it. Definitely got to clear this with Ellis. All right. That's your last shot right off the court. You didn't come up with this, did you?
Oh, I certainly did. You know, I told Roxy you would recognize genius. And so you have.
Well, it's not stupid. All right, Captain.
All right, sir. It's been an honor being your commissioner.
Oh, no. But thank you.
Don't shake my hand.
Guy's out of his mind. I like it. Need chips.
Okay, let's first off run everybody off, as I was going to say. Thank you, Burnett, and Christian, and Mark, and Christian, and Jen, and Mike, and Ben, and Jeff, and Roxy, and Andreyko, and Grace, and Ken, and Stacy, and Mark, Riley, Yodi, and Dan. That's everybody. We did it! Yay! Yay for JTH. He remembered everybody, but he still somehow don't know anything about movies. That's a damn shame. So yeah, kind of a unfortunate, bittersweet way for that final match to end. But ultimately, it is right. It was basically the exact same dilemma that they had before. Um, that's going to be, yeah. Jeff obviously talked about he was not very happy with how he played, and that performance is, I mean, just to be frank, it's not going to get it done against Paul. Paul is just way too knowledgeable for a performance like that to yield a victory at a live event. As far as the first match was very entertaining, very fun. And kind of the same thing. Ben is probably kicking himself over a couple wrong answers that he got there. So, in terms of, I'm not entirely sure. I can't remember which person goes into what spot. I remember one of the players is going to play Janine in a first round match, and the other person's going to play Liz Shannon Miller. I don't remember what position player plays who, so it could end up being Mike playing Janine again, or it could be Mike playing Liz Shannon Miller, or vice versa. It could be Ben and Janine, who have not played. I do not believe, or have they? Maybe they did. Gotta think back. Actually, no, they did. They did play each other. In the ironically, in the Ultimate Schmoedown qualifier last year, it was Ben and Janine, and it was Lon and Makuga, and then Ben and Lon played each other in the final. So yeah, JTH remember that too, but still don't know jack about movies. That don't make any sense. So yeah, so the stage is set. Paul Oyama and Jeff Snyder, as I alluded to. I don't know who in the world the fans are going to root for in that. Maybe they'll root for Oyama just because it's Kaiser, and Kaiser's kind of the hot thing now. But you know me. I got to root for Jeff, one way or another, just to see him potentially become the singles champ. Although let's not kid ourselves. You got to play a lot better than he did in this match to have a chance. But ultimately, looking forward to that live event. And looking forward to seeing how the tournament is going to play out, as next week we will get started with the singles Ultimate Schmoedown. At least I believe that's what they are leading to. Obviously, we got 2 tournaments starting up. It just said, I think it said singles tournament. So yes, I believe we're going to start next week with those first round matches. So without further ado, that's going to do it for this edition of JTH Reacts to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. Always watch their content first. It is the right thing to do. Follow me on social media at WWEJTH1. And follow all the official Movie Trivia Schmoedown content, Facebook page, Twitter page at the Schmoedown, the official Movie Trivia Schmoedown website. And become a patron if you can. It goes a long way. So until next time, thank you for enjoying this hour and a half of JTH looking and playing stupid and being stupid and all that stupid stuff. I'm JTH. I will see you next week. Until next time, I bid you adieu.